Hey guys, Kanto gyms have had it too good for too long. They use unregulated technologies and have unsafe conditions that impact both the gym challenger and the workers. So I went ahead and investigated each one of these gyms using OSHA guidelines. I will report every violation and hold the gym leaders under scrutiny. In the end, I will present which facilities have the most hazards and which are the safest. OSHA, or Occupational Safety and Health Administration regulations, are laws in the United States that exist to ensure general safety and prevent workplace injuries. Basically, no more of this stuff. Going in no particular order, first we have the Viridian Gym. Things seemed normal until I stepped on a tile with an arrow on it. Then you won't believe what happened. I could not stop spinning and went in one direction until I hit a wall. I've never seen anything like it. I'm gonna have to consult the board about this new technology. The closest thing I can think of is a moving walkway, like those things you see at an airport. I also see a safety concern when two people go onto the same tile. That can cause collisions. Not a violation, but I would recommend some guardrails and remove some of these tiles to prevent collisions. There isn't an evacuation path during an emergency, but Giovanni made sure it's easier to get out than to go in, so not a violation. Then I talked to one of the workers. He wished to be anonymous, but he said he has seen some shady stuff go down. Team Rocket members moving freely in and out, and he's convinced his boss is a member of Team Rocket. When I asked why he still worked there, he said his karate career did not take off and he needs this job to feed his family. But yeah, other than some warnings, no violations. I think Giovanni is doing a great job, and we should name a school after him. So when you walk into the Cerulean Gym, the first thing you see is water. Then you see swimmers in the water. Here we have our first violation. There is no way a swimmer can exit the water easily. Sure, you can go on top of the blue blocks, but in a time of emergency, you need something easier and reliable. When you challenge the gym for the first time, before the divers enter the water, the divers wait on top of the dive board. In an event a diver has an emergency and cannot do the dive, the diver's exit path is obstructed by foliage. Also, this is not a part of OSHA, but I am concerned about the safety of the divers being so close to these blocks. I'm definitely gonna have to bring this up with the body that regulates swimming pools as a concern. After my initial observations, I went ahead and spoke to the workers. One of them said her tears will make the water even saltier. Wait, what? Turns out, this entire pool is filled with seawater. There are ways to safely have a seawater pool, but I'm gonna have to run this by the Kanto EPA to be sure. One of the workers being fatigued is not a good sign. My recommendation to Misty is to add stairs or ladders to the pool and remove these plants. They weren't good anyways. Very tacky. There are additional codes regarding slippery floors, but I wasn't able to determine if these are wet. For now, a wet floor sign should be enough. It's a shame. 20 years ago, this gym had 0 violations, but that's what happens when you get complacent. Good thing we're here. Going into the Celadon City Gym. This gym is just beautiful. There's a thriving garden in the building. You would think something like this would be filled with slip and trip hazards, but this gym is very well maintained. The only downside are these thorny bushes that block pathways. These bushes obstruct the escape route for the workers, and then there's this ledge that a person needs to jump down from. So my recommendation to Erica is to remove these bushes and install a stairway, or at a minimum, some cones. One thing that stands out to me is that Erica has not hired a single male in the 30 years of this gym's operation. So I will have to bring this up to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission to make sure there's no discrimination. My goodness, is this gym beautiful though. I highly recommend a visit. And oh my god, they have a skylight. You gotta love the details. Heading to the Vermilion City Gym, we see barrels of oil around the gym, which is peculiar. Then we head inside and oh my god, this guy's got 4 coils with open electricity as he sits right next to barrels of oil. You don't have to be an OSHA member to see the violations. The workers seem unfazed, but they don't have the protective gear to work in this environment. This gym is just not in violation, but should be shut down. I asked the lieutenant why he's doing this, and he said, this is how we do it in America. But no, this is not how we do it in America. He's been using hazardous electricity for 20 years, and I guess he's just like, you know what else this gym needs? Barrels of oil. I don't even know how this gym is still open. Everyone else seems unfazed, and I guess it's because Surge is the only one behind the electricity, but do they not see the barrels of oil outside the building? These people are one spark away from a visit from Ho-Oh. At least they have an easy path to evacuate. Just kidding, their escape route is blocked by a tree. But yeah, due to the hazardous violations, we're likely gonna have to close the gym. Sorry, Lieutenant. Going into Fuchsia City, we are greeted with a gym with invisible walls. The leader Koga says he's been doing this for years and this is normal. But invisible walls are a serious trip hazard. And you already know what I'm going to say. There needs to be an evacuation plan. On top of that, I would recommend the EPA to sample the smoke to be safe. The employees at this gym generally seem happy. This guy's got a lollipop and a whip. Freaky. So my recommendation to Koga is to add cones and arrows to the nearest exit. Koga says that ruins the gym's puzzle, but hey, rules are rules. However, after you beat Koga, the invisible walls do disappear. So maybe there's an on-off switch. With no invisible walls, this gym is just a big room. A big room that's up to code. It has a nice medieval Japan vibe. So the Cinnabar Island gym is immaculate. It is a modern facility run by an old man with a lot of energy. He keeps everything up to code and his workers are safe. In the current iteration, he's running a quiz game show, but historically, it's always been a safe facility. In all iterations, we found no violations and overall just a clean, straightforward gym. Oh yeah, except the active volcano that's nearby, the abandoned mansion with questionable experiments, or the current laboratory that's trying to revive dinosaurs. Oh man, should we be investigating those instead? Oh yeah, as I was getting footage for this, Blaine mentioned Green, who's like an OG character from the manga and games from like 20 years ago. I forgot she was in this game, so that's a nice touch. I have no recommendations for Blaine. I think he's doing an amazing job, and if you think I'm doing an amazing job, like and subscribe. Okay, so in Saffron City, we visit the Psychic Gym, and oh man, is this gym cool. I really don't know what happened to me when I stepped on a tile. My body was disassembled at that location and then reassembled at another location. Hopefully I'm being teleported, and it's not one of those things where I'm being cloned at a new location and the old me is disassembled. Cause that would be a violation. Oh man, who do I even call here? A government palm reader? But let's assume these teleporters are safe and there's no violation or harm to whoever uses them. Not sure how she managed to fit skyscrapers in here, but they do have guardrails, so that's safe. Once again, our favorite violation pops up. Is there a good escape route? It looks like Sabrina herself has the easiest exit. Even if the workers have a map, what happens when the power goes out? I hated these areas, by the way. One of the workers mentioned that Saffron City had another gym, but the psychic one became the main one after they creamed the fighting dojo. We took a visit to that gym, and the only violation they have is using weak Pokemon. No, but seriously, it's a small gym. I see no violations. However, I have not seen a woman in here for over 30 years, so I do recommend the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission to investigate this place as well. Finally, we visit Pewter City, and you'd expect a rock-type gym to have a lot of violations, but the rocks are managed well and the gym is clean. I don't see any blockages and no rubble that would cause a trip hazard. Each employee has a clear path to the exit. The only thing I see is this platform that Brock is on. We should do a measurement and see if it needs any guardrails. But overall, a rock solid job from Brock. I can't believe he does this while taking care of his 9 siblings. Now that's what you call gym management. So to conclude, Blaine and Brock have the best kept gyms. If Erica and Koga fix their evacuation routes, they will have no violations. For Giovanni and Sabrina, they're in good shape. We just need to investigate the technology they use. Misty's gym has regressed and could use some improvements to safety. And Surge's gym should be shut down. One thing I didn't mention is child labor laws. A lot of these gyms employ what look like school children, but some of the leaders themselves are children. And you know, the main character is also 10, so whatever. Let me know if you want me to inspect the other region's gyms. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.